everyone seeks for joy, but mostly in the dream, we seek in the wrong place and we don't get it. But once we start to follow guidance, we will get it. We will get the joy and the release. I experienced some symptoms yesterday that I tried to deal with. And in the evening, I thought I'd read the lesson of the day. And at the same time, I thought, no, I should really read the lesson. Sickness is a defense against the truth. And so anyway, I opened the lesson and it was that lesson. It was that lesson yesterday. So it was so beautiful. And I read a little bit. And usually when I read the lesson, I don't get through it. I just get into meditation. Sometimes I get through it. But I read a little bit and then I meditated before I went to bed. And then I woke up early in the morning and I thought I'd read a little more from the same lesson. So I opened it. It was early, like 4 a.m. The part I read was just standing out in 3D, and it said, when you heal, you're not healed alone. Legions upon legions will heal with you. And it felt so wonderful to read that. And I didn't realize it was actually the next lesson. When I'm healed, I'm not healed alone, which is today's lesson. Anyway, I read that. It was so beautiful. And then I went back to bed. And I slept a little bit more and I had a dream. I was in the car with my whole family, 6 people. And we were in the car driving, and suddenly I had a dream within the dream. I was somewhere else. I was in the car, but then suddenly I dreamt that I was on a street walking. And I saw a woman. And this woman said to me, she said it in an angry way. She said, I said, hi, I was happy. I said hi to her because I knew her. And she said straight back to me, I wish I'd never met you, in an angry tone. And when she said that, I was brought into the light. It was like an experience of being back in truth. I was so delighted because I questioned what she said to me. That's the only conclusion, or I didn't believe it. I wish I'd never met you. How can you say that if you're one? If there is the Christ, and I think that is my experience. I was happy to see her. She said that, but I was just brought further into light, and suddenly I was back in the car. But in the dream, I couldn't speak because I was sleeping. So I was trying to say the words, but I couldn't. So I was just kind of smiling and saying it, thinking I will share this later when I can speak. It was a very happy dream. It was all harmony. And then I woke up and I felt like it's really true. When I'm healed, I'm not healed alone. I experienced everyone as in harmony, including the family. So it was just beautiful, including the woman who was angry. I didn't really feel like it meant anything. Yeah, it felt very uplifting. Because the dream of sickness is isolation. It's not just sickness of the body. It's isolation, feeling cut off from others. We're really called to question this sickness in the mind, this control or defense or attack in the mind, fear. And it can certainly be symptoms in the body, sickness in the body that is part of this loneliness, this isolation dream. And then we can go in and pray and trust that will save us. And it's quick, it's not. We do think it's a journey, and it's okay, we can believe that, but it's not. It's quicker than a journey. Because if we put it in the future, we will never reach it. We'll just feel like, oh, when, that will be a thought of separation, putting it in the future. We'll just feel heavy and think, oh, someday, maybe, I will be happy. That's a thought of separation. And these are the thoughts we need to catch. Catch them like when you catch a fish. Don't let the thought run. We've cause for freedom now. If we don't think we've cause for freedom now, why? What do I believe now? If I don't think I have a cause for freedom now, what do I want to hang on to? What do I want to be stuck in? Form, maybe habits, maybe comfort of some sort, repetitive rituals, specialness, the specialness of a persona, specialness of a special relationship. But the Holy Spirit will always want to offer us a miracle. Freedom of mind. We can ask for that. Help me experience freedom of mind now. Now. We can be desperate for it. We need to be desperate for it. Truth will be returned to us by our desire for it. As it was lost by our desire for something else. So we need our own desire for the truth, for it to be returned to us. We need it fully. We can nurture it. We can find it again and again. Time will never satisfy us, yet we seek it. It is sought in this world. Time, future, planning, next week, next month, next year, boredom, planning. A healed mind is released from the idea that it must plan. Maybe we end with a reminder of today's lesson. It's lesson 137. When I'm healed, I'm not healed alone. Because we talked about it in the beginning. The sickness is isolation. It keeps oneself apart from all the rest to suffer what the others do not feel. It gives the body final power. So sickness is isolation, giving the body power. It doesn't sound very uplifting. It sounds like then we're not spirit, we're not mind. If we are a body, they can be isolated and sick. Sickness would prove that lies must be the truth. That sounds crazy. Sickness tries to prove that lies are true. What a hard life. The separation sickness would impose has never really happened. Again, what does that mean if it's not an experience? If it's just words that the separation never happened? If it's an experience of separation, of loneliness and isolation, these words mean nothing. We are really called to open our hearts to love. This expands us. This is truly healing. Healing is a counter dream which cancels out the dream of sickness. Healing is coming to the happy dream, coming towards the truth. Healing is freedom. It demonstrates that dreams will not prevail against the truth. Healing is shared. Healing is strength. For by its gentle hand is weakness overcome, and minds that were walled off within a body are free to join with other minds to be forever strong. That's beautiful. If you notice isolation feelings in your mind, in your experience, join with other minds. That's a powerful way of undoing sickness. And then this beautiful part of how legions, other minds will heal as you heal your mind. Like more than you can think of. So I think we'll end this with this blessing. When I'm healed, I'm not healed alone.
Yeah.
Allow the love.